Right, in this post I'm going to be talking about the stop motion, and kind of this is something that I'm kind of trying to, going to be taking charge with on the piece, and that's with kind of, as I mentioned, the Patrick Boven style of green screen, like a small miniature green screen set with the stop motion armature figure inside, and at which point I'd be doing stop motion animation on the thing with using a program. I've been doing a little bit of research, and the one of the nicest looking programs to use anyway is a program called Dragonframe, which is quite, as with most of these bits of software, it's quite an expensive piece of kit, and they offer a very nice trial. So I'm going to be using Dragonframe and my Canon 600D to take the shots and stuff like that. Regarding actually building the model, I've got a friend of mine is a fine art sculptor at once again at Chichester Uni, and she's quite interested in model making and stuff like that, and has done a few pieces in the past, and was quite eager to the idea of working to like put together the armature and stuff like that, and make a actually sculpt the troll itself. So I've given her a few, once again, like sort of beg, stealing and borrowing favours. A friend of mine has done, he's put together a quick sort of rough sketch digital drawing of how the troll's going to look, based on a few like very simple, like quite frankly a little bit bad sketches that I've done, and doing something that's a bit nicer, more sort of skeletal and more appropriate for the actual model making process. So so I'll try and interlace in this video, probably it'll be happening now, just get some clips of little stills of the picture, the modelling process and stuff like that, and how it's going, how like the making of the model is going and stuff like that. It's going to be basically in regards to timing and stuff like that. We're going to be the most convenient process, according to the model maker, is to basically use a artist's mannequin as a base for the piece, because obviously it's roughly humanoid in form, and a mannequin will save a great deal of time in building a very sort of essentially a far more fragile wire structure that could well break during the process. So it's going to be a mannequin with modelling wax built up over the top of it into the form of the trowel, and then there'll be latex paint administered over the top, which is going to create the effect of, like, it's going to have like a skin, and it's going to allow for colour to be stuck into the model and stuff like that. And the model's basically, regarding time frames of the actual thing, the models, we're aiming to have the model finished soon after the shoot and stuff like that, which is going to give us a fair bit of time for will give me a bit of time for animating it and stuff like that, and compositing it together and sticking it into the footage and things, because obviously we can't really make a move on the animation until we've got the raw footage there that I can choreograph against, because we've got two characters coming in to fight this stop motion troll, and obviously because the troll's not going to be there in the actual live shot, they've got to basically fight something that isn't there. Maybe we'll stick a point of reference, or give them forewarning as to what eye line they're going to be looking at and stuff like that, and let them essentially kind of play about with it and stuff. Give them some parameters to work in, because we don't want to be like we don't want to be messing around, and we want to minimise the amount of masking and stuff that we're going to have to do on the piece, because it's going to be quite hectic, the final, once we get down to editing and stuff like that, and getting the music together and all that kind of thing. So there's a lot of pieces that have to come together in order to get the entire thing finished. So very much looking forward to it. Based on the sort of preliminary pieces of like sculpting and stuff that the model maker's done, and the basic drawing, the concept art for the creature, it's yeah, very much excited to be working with it, and it's going to be a learning process for me as I'm going along. I think taking on quite a big task with animating it, because it's something I don't particularly have much in the way of previous experience with, but I've been watching videos and stuff like that regarding kind of, yeah, how best to do animation, how it all gets put together and stuff like that, and how to add character into things. It was as an example, what they were saying was it's in the pauses and stuff like that. So if you're doing stop motion animation, or indeed any form of animation, if you're trying to give something character, it's not in the movement that it does. Because quite often you'll see an amateur stop motion, you'll see it will just move like that, and that's not natural. It will be like, say I'm picking up a glass of water, I pick up the glass and then move it to my mouth and then carry on going with what I'm saying and stuff like that as it's going along. But in actual fact, what apparently adds character into things is it's the pause. So you'd pick up the glass, look at it, take it towards your mouth, breathe in like that, and then you take the drink, glug, 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 put it back down again, have a pause, rebreathe again, and it's to that extent that's how it kind of is meant to work. So yeah, really hoping it's going to go well. I'm not expecting this to be anything other than a very strenuous learning process, but yeah, really excited for it. So in the next post, I'm going to be I'll probably just do a quick little thing talking about how we're going to film it and stuff like that, like the shooting style and the how we're going to be working with the DSLRs and stuff like that, and yeah, kind of a basic plan for the shoot, really, how it's going to go, because we're getting quite close now that we've got the actors together, we've got the script together. Photo storyboard is something we're doing soon. That's something I'll talk about in my location scout post, and yeah, so it's all coming to a head very soon. So